Good morning, everyone. Welcome to day, I think it's 12. It might be 13. Oh, I told the boys I was going to vlog for a minute. I think they think that I called them. I did not call them. Oh, they stopped. Usually they're really good. You can call the boys or a boy and like all of them come every single time anyway, just to make sure you didn't call them too. But anywho, I'm not sure what day it is. I'm so sorry. It's a day, whatever day it is. I've been up for a long time, and Preston and I went to the grocery store and went and got my truck a bath because it was filthy, like super, super gross. It looks wonderful now. It's great. And I'm just now going to have breakfast. It is 10:40, but I'm starving. I kind of wish today was an oatmeal day, but it's a yogurt day for me. So we're having yogurt and fruit and nuts, and this will be absolutely filling. I have no worries about that whatsoever. I know oatmeal for sure would be like super filling. Anyways, we're having a Good Karma blueberry yogurt. I have tried this. It is not bad at all. I would, if somebody was going to say, hey, let me buy you a yogurt, and I was going to eat it, I would totally eat it again. So here is my plate of food. Got some strawberries and some walnuts and a little container of some blueberry yogurt. I'm very excited about this because I'm super hungry. So I think it will taste absolutely wonderful. I'm going to go sit down and eat. My husband is having an apple with peanut butter and a few little blackberries that are left over. So boys ate a long time ago. In fact, they've eaten so long ago that it's already been snack time is over. They're growing critters, that's for sure. There's never a day goes by that's not snack time. You know they do that in public school now? Like still? Even my person's going into 8th grade this year, and the school that they go to still has the time for the kids to have snack if they bring one with them and they want to eat something. I don't know. I guess maybe that's a good thing. I'm not sure. I know that I've seen studies that say that if kids go to school dehydrated, that they don't perform as well. So you're supposed to make sure that they have a big glass of water or something in the morning, maybe a plant-based milk. That they shouldn't go to school dehydrated, but I've never seen anything that said that a 10 a.m. snack is mandatory for life in order for things to continue. But maybe it's good for little kids to keep their blood sugar up, seeing as they are way more active than adults are for the most part. I mean, I know my younger two that are now going to be in 4th and 5th grade, but they were in 3rd and 4th grade. They had like gym class, maybe not every day, but 2 or 3 times a week at least, and they had recess at least once a day, if not more often. So I don't know. They're very active. I guess it's a good thing for them to eat healthy food. So, alrighty. That's it for me for now. I will see you guys for supper tonight. I honestly don't even remember what tonight is for food. I know salad was yesterday, so I think today is a meat and potatoes kind of day. So I'll have to figure something out for that. That'll be awesome. Maybe I'll try and do something that's like a ham flavor. I have a recipe for making tofu into ham flavor that the boys love. Like, they absolutely love it. Maybe I'll do something like that. I don't know. Have not decided at all. I'll get back to you on what's for supper. See you guys later. All right, guys, so we're doing things out of order today. So today is day 12. I couldn't figure out for the life of me this morning what day it was. I was like, it's either the 11th or the 12th. I don't know. Anyways, it's day 12. Today is ab works. My husband and I are going to do this now rather than after supper for 2 reasons. One, who wants to do sit-ups after they've just eaten, like for real? And also, my husband keeps saying that I need to go to bed early, and he needs to be able to put me to bed after supper, and I'm tired, but I'm not that tired. Sheesh. Anyways, tomorrow is my transition day, so I'll go to bed tonight and sleep for like 4.5 hours or so, if I can sleep for that long, and then get up and then be up for a while. So tomorrow will actually be kind of a weird day. I'll just have one meal tomorrow. We'll talk about tomorrow. It's still today, right? So let's get back to today. So it's ab work. So let's talk about doing some ab exercises. I am thrilled to be doing these, let me tell you. So there's only one new exercise this time, which is those side jackknives. The sit-ups, I don't remember honestly with the sitting twist or the leg raises how many we did last time, but I do know for sure that we're just doing more sit-ups this time than we did last time. I think it was 14, 14, 12, and 8, or 12 and 10. I honestly do not remember. But there's definitely more sit-ups involved this time. I would assume that the sitting twist, there's a few more of those. I actually didn't mind that one at all. The sit-ups, we'll see. I don't know. Hopefully I'll be able to do them all. They were tough last time. The leg raises, were also fairly difficult. They were more difficult for my husband than they were for me, to be honest with you. But yeah, we should be able to get those done. And then the side jackknives, I've never done that before. But ever, I've never done that. So that'll be new. Yeah, I'm going to go and exercise, and I don't really think I need to come back and talk to you about it again when I'm done, simply because I'm going to use a 15-pound weight for the sitting twists, and I could talk to you later as I'm making supper. We're going to make it's a meat and potatoes kind of day, so we're going to make a for real meat and potatoes kind of meal for supper tonight. So stay tuned for that, and I will talk to you guys in a couple hours for some food. All right, guys, so it is time to make supper, and I am making a meatless meatloaf from Veganosity, and I am making mashed potatoes and green beans, because it says chicken, beef, or pork with beans, peas, or cabbage, and potato. So that is totally what I'm making. So this recipe has lots of stuff going on, but meatloafs tend to be, I mean, not complex, but they tend to have lots of ingredients anyway. So this isn't anything more than what you would do with a for real meatloaf, like a meatloaf. But there are definitely some steps to it. The first thing that you're supposed to do is drain a can of chickpeas and save the liquid, because you're going to use that. But then you're supposed to put it through your little food processor until it's creamy. No problem. The next thing that you're supposed to do is drain a can of black beans, put it through your food processor until they're creamy. Again, not a big deal. You take another can of black beans and you put it through your food processor until they're slightly chunky. Okay, and then every time you do this, you put that stuff into a bowl. The next step is to take 1 cup of gluten-free oats and to put it in your food processor and process it until it's not like a super finely ground flour, but a more like a ground flour. That didn't seem to make a lot of sense to me, because your food processor is going to be super dirty, and I don't know how well it's going to grind oats into a flour consistency when there's bean goo stuck all over the place. So I did that step first already. So I've got oats that have been ground. I'm actually making a double of this recipe, because I'm going to make one for the boys and one for us. The boys, obviously there's some things they can't have, like tomatoes and barbecue sauce. You're supposed to top this with barbecue sauce and bake it, and they can't have that kind of thing. So I'm just making this one batch us friendly and one batch boy friendly, which is the story of our kitchen. That's how that works in this house for the most part anyway. So I am going to, my husband is chopping shallots right now. You're supposed to be blending all this stuff in your food processor, and then you're supposed to saute an onion on the stove, and so he's going to work on the onion and the shallots for the boys' meatloaf for me. But when I get to that step, I'll let you all know about it. But for now, I'm going to go and get my beans to a creamy consistency and put them in the pan, or in the container with the oats. So that's as far as we've gotten. 3 cans of beans and a container and a cup of oats. So I'll be back with you guys in just a little bit. All right, so got some oats in the bottom of the container and bowl. Have some chickpea and black beans that are mushed up really well, and then some black beans that are not mushed up quite so well. So it doesn't say to mix anything. It just keeps saying add to bowl, add to bowl, add to bowl. So the next thing that you add to the bowl without mixing anything is your cornmeal, your aquafaba, and your liquid smoke. This recipe is called Smoky Southern Style Meatless Meatloaf. So it's got a lot of liquid smoke in it. So you put in 1 cup of cornmeal, 1/2 cup of your aquafaba, and 3 tablespoons, not teaspoons, tablespoons of liquid smoke. That's a lot of liquid smoke. So you put that in there, and then the next thing that goes in there is your onion. So you've got 1 onion, 1 tablespoon of Italian seasoning, 2 teaspoons of salt if you're using it. I'm not, and I don't know how much black pepper. 1 teaspoon of black pepper. So you've cooked your onion and your pepper and your Italian seasoning on the stove till it's translucent but not brown, according to the instructions, and then you put that in there. So I'm going to do that next. It's not quite ready yet. And then the next will be just another set of ingredients, like ketchup and I don't know, some other stuff. So we'll be back in a little bit just to finish putting in the rest of the ingredients, and we can mix it all up. All right, guys, so almost everything is in the pan now. So the few ingredients that are left are vegan Worcestershire sauce, which I do have one and I don't like it, so I'm not going to use it. In fact, I just need to throw it away because I really don't like it. The author of this website says she uses Annie's brand, which I do have some Annie's brand stuff that I do like, so I will have to look for that at the store sometime. I didn't know that particular brand had a Worcestershire sauce, so I will do that in the future. You need 1/2 cup of low sodium vegetable broth and 1/3 cup of ketchup to mix in. So here we go with our dish with all this stuff in it. We've got 1/2 cup of veggie broth, and I'm going to put 1/3 cup of ketchup in there. Then I just need to mix it all up really well. So I've already got the boys done because their shallots were cooking before our onions, and it's very, very gooey, that's okay. It's cooking for 1 hour and 20 minutes. It should hopefully be all right. But it's also was way more than a loaf pan could handle. Like for sure, way more than a loaf pan could handle. So I will show you real quick. I'm just going to mix this all up. It's going to turn into a loaf, hopefully. But I have theirs in an 8x8, and then I need to make a sauce to put on top of theirs yet. I got theirs in an 8x8, and then I also had 6 mini sets left as well. So mini muffin meatloafs. So I'm probably gonna have the same thing with this because I don't want it to be so thick that it doesn't cook, you know, because I don't want it to be like goopy on the inside still. I've made plenty of vegan loaves that are very gooey on the inside still. That's not my goal at all. Okay, so I'm going to go put this together. I'm going to make some mashed potatoes, which is not that difficult to do. I'm just gonna boil some potatoes on the stove and mash them. And I'm going to make some green beans, which are frozen green beans. Not doing anything special to them, although you could totally saute some onions and peppers and get them to the point where they're almost done, and then add some green beans in with those. Maybe put some red pepper flakes if you like it a little bit spicy, or just some garlic if you like it a little bit garlicky, whatever it is that you think would go well with mashed potatoes and meatloaf. But that is what I'm going to do, and I will see you guys in a little while for a vegan meatloaf taste test. It's called Smoky Southern Style Meatless Meatloaf. So we'll see how this turns out. All right, guys, it is supper time. I am going to reserve judgment for how this tastes until after supper, so that I can actually tell you, like for real, after I've had some and my husband's had some and my one son has had some. But this is beautiful. Look at it, turned out really well. Like it came out of the pan really, really well. So I have to say, for a meatloaf consistency wise, in terms of getting it out of the pan, this is like 5-star, like all the way around. But we just made some mashed potatoes that have garlic in them, a little bit of black pepper, and just some regular green beans. There's nothing on the green beans, and some barbecue sauce on the meatloaf. And I am super excited. This is gonna be awesome. Maybe. I don't have a whole lot of luck with meatloaf, with any kind of vegan meatloafy type thing. They don't ever turn out very good, but this one so far is very good because it actually came out of the pan. That is step number 1. Alright guys, I'll see you guys after supper. Alright guys, so supper is over. We've got 1 vote that it's good and 2 votes that it's okay. So I think the best meatless loaf that I've ever made was from High Carb Hannah's her lentil loaf. I think that's by far probably the best one. This I thought was really good though. I really liked it with the mashed potatoes with the barbecue sauce. So I thought it was fine. My husband said he thinks it has too much liquid smoke in it, which there's 3 tablespoons is a lot of liquid smoke. And Connor said that if you take the barbecue sauce away, he's not a big fan. So that kind of sounds right to me, you know. He's my sweets kind of kid. So anyways, that is it for me for the day, guys. And I'm really glad I exercised earlier because I'm full and I wouldn't want to do sit-ups at this point. But the boys get to do sit-ups after supper. Alrighty guys, we'll talk to you later. Bye. Alright guys, so I was getting ready for bed and realized that I didn't talk to you guys at all about doing my exercises earlier. So the sit-ups were horrible. Totally awful. I did them, but they were terrible. Then let's see, the side twists, I actually like those. I can feel those and I like those. I'm very good at those. I can handle those. Let's see, what else did the leg raises are ridiculous as well. I swear, anything that involves a for real abdominal muscle just doesn't fly. Do I do them all? Yes. Is it great form? No, like not at all. And then the last one that we hadn't done before, actually I really liked that one. You could totally feel it on your side. You just had to be careful when you were like lifting up sideways that you were going, like my husband kept leaning forward when he was lifting his leg up rather than leaning sideways when he was lifting his leg up. It wasn't quite right. But he was able to do it, I guess, I don't know. He was able to do it on one side and not the other. So like one side, I guess he's more physically fit with this side. I don't know. Anyways, the boys are off to do the exercises now, and I am going to go to bed. So yeah, I'll be up at like 1 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, if you guys are up at 1 o'clock in the morning, hope you're having a good one.